offended me, that including my partner. My partner is an over 30 years experienced journalist. He has never come out to defend me before. But during Singaton, he was able to stand in front of camera to say he's proud of his wife. What are you saying?
Afia.
Don't call my name. Don't call my name. Asha, don't call my name. I'm serious here. I'm not kidding.
I know you are not kidding. I get you, sis. I
So
get
don't
you.
talk about sometimes you don't have to. You have to open. I don't have anybody to. People know the truth. People will call me if I am saying ya can you no cre Nansu Johnny Bibi and you see the same people.
She is saying now, after watching all the videos, it is even harder to know exactly what is going on in this issue, right? So a couple of days back, I think 2 days back, this lady that we all know that embarked on a singing competition called Singaton. You know, initially she wanted to get the Guinness record title. Now she is saying, in the major video, she's saying that she's separated from her husband and not divorced. But I find it very confusing. I don't know if separation is different from being divorced, right? But for me, I think it is the same thing, or they are the same thing. Right now, a whole lot is going on, and you can't even figure out the truth, right? Or a lot of people are blaming her for being ungrateful. And I think, hearing some of the things that she said, it is actually true, right? Because you can't just say that the man wasn't supportive. We men by nature are reserved people. And so most men don't actually like all this public stuff when it comes to love. Men mostly like to keep their relationship issues private. But this man, we all saw him, during this singing competition era when he was all over the place trying to do all sorts of things that he wasn't comfortable with, but because he wants to support the woman, he was doing all this stuff. And these things are still online. The internet doesn't forget, right? Now she is saying that the man wasn't supportive. I mean, maybe he couldn't do everything, but we should never be ungrateful. This is even not about relationship, right? We should never be ungrateful, not even for the little things that someone has done, right? Now, before we continue, this platform, is for awareness, moral lessons. Some of these issues are someone's personal marriage issue, right? But we bring it on here, we talk about it, we get some lessons from there to guide our own self and to be aware that some of these things are necessary. They will happen anyway. And so it is not like we are talking about people's private issue, but we are trying to get some insights, some lessons from all these issues, right? Now, that being said, what can we actually get from this? It is two ways. As a man, you have to be prepared for some of these moments. Love is a beautiful thing. Love is nice. But at the same time, we all have to prepare for some of these things because, see, it is going to be painful. Waking up one day And then, you know, everything you have done for your lover, all the sacrifices that you have made, the person comes out to say that, what have you done for me? Or maybe in a way of not appreciating, or maybe it is not enough. Meanwhile, that was your all that you have given. Right now, it is even hard to know whether we should, put all the blame on the lady, because some people's account of the whole story is saying that, okay, the man was also at fault. They said the lady helped the man to get to Canada, which the man said was his dream country to go to. And then after getting there, things turn out to be something else, and he filing for asylum or whatever. Like, a whole lot is online. And that is why I said from the beginning, it is now hard to even identify exactly what is going on, right? But I think with what we have now on both sides, and for the core purposes of this channel, we are just trying to learn lessons, right? Lesson number one, you can put everything as a social media person, right? Somebody that is doing stuff that has to do with social media. I find it very bad to put your private life on social media. That is number one. Because no matter what is going on, it has to be backdoor. You don't bring it. Otherwise, people are going to say things that will get the whole thing worse. And when the thing is going on, you don't show up just to come and do certain things that will now trigger people, will now say that, hey, people will get more insight that, okay, yes, then it means that this is actually what is going on. Now, we don't know for a fact exactly what is going on, but please, in a relationship, it is not everything that has to come online. Some of the things have to be solved back door. And then the major lesson from this, see, nobody has it all, oh. But if somebody has helped you with something small, we should learn to be appreciative, so that in times like this, we can come out and say that, oh, this person did all these things, but not to say that, hey, the person hasn't done. We saw everything. This man was doing things that he clearly, when you look at him, clearly he didn't want to do some of these things. But he was doing it just to support you, right? And so you are not in any way supposed to be this ungrateful. If everything that we are seeing online is true, then this is the highest level of ungratefulness, right? Now, that is said and done. We have gotten our lessons, even though we don't know the exact issue, since we have multiple videos and opinions online right now. We don't know which one is which, but we have gotten our lessons, right? Never be ungrateful. Be prepared for times like this on both sides, ladies and the men. It can happen on both sides. Maybe it will be the man leaving the woman. Maybe it will be the woman leaving the man. Either ways, we have to be always prepared. Those are the two main lessons we can get from this as at now. Stay on this channel. Just like I said before, we bring these issues not to talk about people, but to digest the issue and mainly be able to juice out some lessons. Because some of you are in your marriage and you need to see this to learn from it. To learn that when you put your issues on social media, a lot are going to add up to it, and it will be forever, because social media doesn't forget. All right. And number two, those of you who For those of us who are not yet married, we can learn from this, make our minds and be prepared for some of these things so that, when it happens, it will not be too shocking and you will be prepared for it. Now, that is not to say that, marriage or relationship is not a nice thing. People have relationship with less issues, but mind you, nobody is having it easy. I don't know for everybody, but I know for a fact that there's no relationship that is perfect. All right. But if you are not married yet, or maybe you are not in a relationship, you can also learn from this. That is the core purpose of this channel. So stay with me, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and then let's all come here. Put your opinions in the comment section. Let us digest some of these issues together and learn from them. Thank you for staying with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.